You want to hear the story about Dhruva. Srimad Bhagavatam. This story is given. Dhruva was what was his father's name? Uttamapa. He had 2 wives. So, with the first wife, Dhruva is the son of his first wife. But he also married a second wife. She also had a son. And this second wife was a little deaf. So she wanted to be the only wife. So she told King Uddhava, you should send this your first wife to the forest. He should move out from the temple. She wants her son to become the next king. So the wife, he told her she should leave there. And this wife did some favor to the king, the second wife. So she had one desire, one free desire. So the king has to fulfill this desire. So because of this, she asked to send away Dhruva with his mother. Why? Because she could not tolerate. Both were young, boys very young, 5 years. And they're sitting on the lap of his father. And she could not tolerate that also Dhruva was sitting there. She wants her son to become the next king. So because of this, she asked the king, she wants that this queen will be sent away, and Dhruva also. So Dhruva was very disturbed because he could not go to his father. Then Dhruva, even he was only 5-6 years old, he thought, I want to have a kingdom much bigger than this of my father. So he went to his mother and asked, what should I do that I get a kingdom more big than my father? And Uddhava had a big kingdom, very big. So she said, usually they go to the forest and they perform great sacrifices there. So he went to the forest. Even his mother did not say, she said, oh, you're so young boy, how can you do this now? You cannot survive there. while the animals will be there. And they will be dangerous for you. But he did not care. He was very determined. I want this. So after performing the bhasya there, reducing his eating and standing on one feet, on one foot, like this, then some great saint appeared before him. His name was Narada Muni. So Narada Muni also wanted him. You go back to your mother and you come when you're grown up. You come again and then you perform your austerity. So he was very determined. He said, no, I want to go on. Doesn't matter. So he started meditating and Narada advised him. So he reduced his eating every day less. He was living only on dry leaves from the forest in the end. And on the end, he even stopped eating. No drinking, no eating. So at this time, this was possible. There are different physical. They could tolerate more. If we don't drink and eat for 2 days, we will die. No, not. But we can only survive a few days because I survived 5 days without drinking and eating in a hospital. But so he go on, and Narada told him, you must meditate about Vishnu in your heart. So by performing such tapasya or austerity, Vishnu appeared in his heart, and he could meditate, very powerful. He became very powerful. And after 6 months, he performed this sacrifice. Suddenly, with closed eyes, he could not anymore see Vishnu in his heart. So he was disturbed. And he opened his eyes. And what he saw Vishnu and Garuda, the bird who carries Vishnu, and all his servants surrounded. A beard was standing just before him. And Dhruva was surprised. Now the Lord is standing before me. So Lord Vishnu asking, what do you want, Dhruva? What is your desire? Then he was ashamed because he desired a kingdom more big than his father's kingdom. But he lost the interest of becoming a big king and get a big kingdom. He said, I have no desire. I don't want anything. I just want to be with you. I want to become your servant, like this. But Vishnu knows his heart. You decided to become king of a great, bigger kingdom as your father. So you have to, I will fulfill this. After this, you will live with me. So you have to reign your kingdom bigger than your father for 36,000 years. So it seems it was in Satya Yuga. Nowadays we become 100 years. And in the last Yuga we become 1,000 years. Human beings. And then the second one, they become 10,000 years. In the Satya Yuga, humans could live, according to our calculation, time calculation, for 100,000 years. So it must have been in this first. So he became king after this. And also his father was very unhappy because he has to send away Dhruva. So again, they are become united. And after this 36,000 years, Dhruva went back home to Vaikuntha. Did I forget something? Some details. It's a long time I studied these books. Like this, this shows if one is determined, if one wants the Lord, if he has a strong desire, he can attain it to perform meditation and practice austerity. Every desire will be fulfilled. If we know the process, if you know how to meditate. Of course, he was meditating under the guidance of Narad Muni, who is the greatest saint in the universe. So under his guidance, he could perform this. So but when he attained his goal, he did not like it anymore. He was not very interested in becoming king of the greatest kingdom. He had no interest anymore. So this is a story of Dhruva. Now our Dhruva Das becomes Shanda Maharaj. So it is a very famous in Bhagavatam. His story is described. Now he appearing. There are so many stories we can learn of the Srimad Bhagavatam. But our Gurudeva mostly spoke of is Prahlad Maharaj. Because Prahlad Maharaj became famous for his surrender, for his great faith he had in the Lord, in Lord Vishnu. So this is the beginning of Bhakti. Prahlad is symbolizing the real devotee. His relationship was on the level of Chandaras. He had a neutral relationship to the Lord, but he had full faith. His father was the greatest demon in the universe. Hiranyakashipu. So, but his son Prahlad, when he was in the womb of his mother, Narad Muni again came. He's a very special position in this universe. And he taught him about Vishnu, Bhagavatam. So he was from birth, he was a devotee, pure devotee. And Hiranyakashipu, the greatest demon, he was very disturbed of this. He was become so disturbed that he wanted to kill his own son. Because he did not accept him as the greatest. He always said Vishnu is the greatest personality. So he tried to kill him so many ways, to give him poison, to kick him down from the cliffs, to put him in to poisonous snakes, or elephants should kill him. But nobody could kill him. He was protected because he was absolutely surrendered, completely surrendered to the Lord. And he had so much faith. Shraddha, it's called, that the Lord himself protected him from all these attacks what his father was arranging to kill him. So on the end of the story, he wanted to kill Hiranyakashipu. His father wanted to kill him personally. And he asked him, where is your Vishnu now? I will kill you now. And Prahlad said, he is everywhere. There's no place where he is not. Then he said, is he also in this pillow? And then Prahlad said, yes, he is also there. Then I show you, I will kill you, Vishnu, now. And he cut the pillow with his sword. And then, but behind the pillow there was already a sound like a lion, angry lion, And Nosi Singadeva appeared out of the pillow, become big. And he fought as a play. He played with Hiranyakashipu. And in the end, he took him on his lap and he put him in 2 baths. with his nails, like this. And the prayers are very famous. Prahlad offered to Lord Nrsimhadev, to Vishnu. He was not able to speak because he was also a boy, innocent boy. So he touched him with the conch and he could speak properly. Also Dhruva could speak wonderful prayers to him. Everybody should hear these prayers. So this is what Bhakti means. We have full faith. We have no faith in anything of this external world. No vaccine, no politicians. We are helpless when we cannot fight against nature. We are not able, we have no power. The only one who can help us or protect us is the Lord. Is Lord Vishnu, Krishna. This is the teachings of Bhagavatam. So many very important points, stories are given. And then in the 10th canto, there's the devotion, the highest devotion of his eternal associates. They are completely surrendered. They have no personal interest. Their interest only is to please, to satisfy Krishna. They have such a deep love, so intense attachment. They cannot be 1 second without the Lord. They feel very disturbed. Only the gopis, by example, they are cursing Brahma because he had made these eyes were blinking. And during this blinking, they cannot see Krishna. It's like we, huh? We are also disturbed when we cannot see. You can imagine how much deep or attachment is there, how deep the love and the surrender. And this is this highest relation or intense, most intense feelings manifest in Vrindavan to Lord Krishna. So our teachings are coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but already they are recorded in the Bhagavatam, was supposed to be written thousands of years ago. So all these shastras are given so that we can develop faith, Shraddha, in the Lord. And one day we will see this is not faith, this is reality. Or this is not a belief. It is the real, it is real. This is eternal. This is without beginning, without end. So we are struggling here with so many things. Whatever has a beginning has an end. So whatever exists at the beginning, what you can see with these eyes and with this feel with this material senses, it has a beginning. Whatever has a beginning has an end. Can anyone prove it is not like this? You are academic. Atma is soul. Jivatma. So Atma has no beginning and no end. We are soul. But what is our problem? We are covered by different layers of ignorance. First the intellect, then the mind covering us. We get subtle bodies. So I identify with the mind. It's very dangerous level in our situation here. So we identify with the gross body. So these are layers, different layers. Pumi, Apo, Nalo, Vayu, Kama, Mano, Buddhi, Evaja, Ahankara, Ityame, Pina, Pakadya, Ashtata. 8 layers, as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is gross elements. And then the subtle is the mind, intellect, and ahankara, false ego, means I identify with these things. So I think like a dream, you know. In a dream, you identify with the dream. You are suffering there, you are enjoying there, or whatever. But when you wake up, then you understand, oh, it was only a dream. It has a beginning and an end. But during the dream, it was quite real for you. So this life is also similar. It is a kind of dream we are going through. Because we identify with gross matter. We identify with this. This is the reality, we say. But what is when you wake up or when you have to leave the body? Then nothing is left. You will not see anything anymore. You will not be able. You're going to another place. Soul is eternal. We are eternal living beings. As long as we are feeling attached to enjoy this world or to be some big person or to whatever, everybody has his attachments here. We have to come and we have to dream it. It is like a dreaming state. That's because we are afraid of death. You say this is death. But the Atma, Jivatma, we are not dying. We have been before, we will be afterwards. So you're the same person. Jivatma means this is your real identity. This is me. And this what I am now experiencing, I am man, I am lady, I am this, I am that. This is a temporary situation. Like this, we have to approach the higher level of understanding. And And we will not be afraid of death. Because in a dream, sometimes when you are in a nightmare, you wish to wake up, or it goes away. That you get to wake up and then you say, this was really hard for me. This was a nightmare. In the same way, many will think this life was a nightmare compared to those where I am really, where my real home is. There is something like near-death experience. You may have heard of it. There have almost everyone has the same similar experience. When they come out, then they don't want to come back anymore. But some of them, not in a bad way, they are meeting something very beautiful. Everything is very beautiful when they leave. So but they sent back. It's not finished now. You go back. You have to not finished this lifetime, your karma. And they come back and they say they are not afraid. They don't want to come back. Even they have children and they have family and all these things, but still they have no desire. But they have to come back, and they are telling this afterwards, what they experience. And they lose all anxieties of dying in this world, because they know, they understand. It is not that, it is a better place. But still, the desire will come there when I have attached in this world. It will come up in the later time, because very strong we carry these desires with us. And they will come, but they will have a different understanding also. They see a little different this world than those who are for them, it is a very low-class understanding what our society now experiencing here. They miss a lot. Is there anything more to say today? I just speak. Yes. No, it's not a big soul, a small soul. It's not. We should not understand like this. Mahatma means someone who has a broad understanding.
So all souls are the same size, very, very small.
Yes, you cannot measure soul. Measure is not measurable. It's not matter. It's pure transcendental.
Yes, but if two transcendental soul beings are both the same size, or if one is huge and one is small.
No, there is not such a thing as small and big. You can take any form you want in the transcendental world. You can become a tree, a transcendental tree. It's not made of matter. You may be but it is not, it's just a transcendental form also. It's not, has nothing to do with matter. Or a bird, or a monkey. Everything you can take the form and please the Lord like this. Like to be a forest tree in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, in the transcendental place. It's just that we can hardly imagine this because we only can accept when we see it with these eyes. But transcendental eyesight is different. It's also different if you're dreaming. Everybody has dreamed. If what eyes you use when you see in dream another person, or what kind of eyes you use there? You have dreamed and see some other persons there also. So what kind of eyes you can see? These eyes are useless. They are closed. Yeah, mind, yes, but they are different eyes. They are still gross compared to the transcendental world. They are also forms, and also everything is there. But these forms are not temporary, or they are always there. The pastimes of the Lord, they are always present. They are going on. You have to just develop eyes to see it, the proper eyes. We are not very advanced in this science, because we do not, even the dream body or the mental body, we cannot see, hardly. We are deep covered by ignorance, ajnana. Yeah.
I was told when I was young that the soul is in our heart and it is the size of our thumb. It is sitting, and when we die it just goes. This is true, Maharaj, in some way. It goes so quickly that it is sitting inside our, like they say, this is the fist is the size of our heart, no? And the soul is sitting inside, they say.
Yeah. Yeah, that means that I, the soul, goes out of the body. There is the soul is not moving in the frame of our time calculation. It is much more fast. It's like with your mind, you are much more fast. You can move. If you identify with body, you're very slow. You cannot. The mind is much more fast, and the soul is a million times more fast. So on the level of soul, because this is a science, so one can discuss it, but it's a big topic, but not so. But best is we make experience, we surrender, we try to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And here, and then we will, one day we will see the super soul in our heart. In the material world, we are not only the soul, Atma, there is also Paramatma. In the transcendental world, we are pure Atma. There is our position there. But in the material world, we are always accommodated with the Paramatma. He is staying with us. He is the witness. So they go together, back home, if we are fit.
So maybe conscience is our Atma, is it? It tells us, do this, don't do this.
Yes.
Should that be considered as our Atma then, to go by the right way?
Paramatma sometimes gives us some, they can call it conscience, yeah. But it's very dangerous when we are not realized, because the mind also sometimes he gives us advice. As long as he cannot separate the mind from the Atma, Jivatma, that is, can be dangerous. There are religions where God tells them you should kill others. This is on the mental level. This is dangerous. This is a sign we have to learn from a bona fide spiritual master, and we have to experience it. The difference, what is the difference? Then we can get great realizations about what is the mind, what is body, what is the mind, what is soul. Mind is wandering here, so many. It's so difficult to keep the mind peaceful. But yogis can they see the mind, and they can pacify them, stay peaceful. This is possible. And that we need such association, and then we will, step by step, we will go to understand. It is a science also. Scientific process in the beginning, Bhakti, but Bhakti is not scientific, understandable. There's Bhakti or loving feelings to one cannot be measured in a scientific way. In our world here. Not possible. Bhakti develops when we get realizations. then they see, yes, I can trust, I can have faith, yes. Then I develop attachments. Then I lose the attraction of this world. All these talks, Gramya Katha it's called. You know what Gramya Katha means? Village talk. We can speak the whole day, village talks. So much nonsense comes. There's no meaning, you know. So our mind is possessed by this. And the mind can also, when saints are sitting together and someone comes in this association, it is like, you know, that those who are more realized, they understand it is a disturbance, you know, because saintly persons, their atmosphere, or they're living in a pure state. So if mind is very, how to say, either aggressive or coming with all kind of nonsense, then this is a disturbing. That's because we cannot go to heavenly planet, because we create disturbance there. We cannot go to higher levels. Nobody is interested there with these village talks, Gramya Katha. There are different topics they speak of, or if they, yeah. Oh. Time is gone. If there's anything more to say, otherwise we close here. Jai Sri Gurudeva ki Jai, Jai Nitai Gaura Pramanande, Sri Radha Govinda ki Jai.